Hey everybody, it's Joe Pro, and it has been such a long time since I've seen you all that I have a question for you today. Would you want to go on a picnic with me? Hey, you're supposed to say yes. Well, great. What am I gonna do now?
Super Mario 64 is one of my absolute favorite games, and it's crazy that I've never talked about it on this channel before. I've always loved how the world is so imaginative and inventive. Even with its polygonal art style, it's easy to get lost in its vibrant worlds. If anything, I think it's thanks to the sparse, unrefined, and often vague visuals that the world feels so atmospheric. It leaves room for your imagination to fill in all the empty and liminal spaces, and as a child, it felt larger than life. So that brings me to this video. If we were to go on a picnic in Mario 64, where would we go? Cool Mountain? Nah, too cold. Lethal Lava Land? Nah, too lethal. Jolly Roger Bay? Nah, not jolly enough. My criteria for our amazing luncheon is the following. It's gotta be a relatively safe spot to hang out at, so, I'm not gonna picnic out here amidst these tox boxes. It doesn't need to be completely serene, as you'll see, but I don't want to get eaten by something while I'm eating my tuna sandwich, you know? Second, I'm looking for a nice view, a distinctive atmosphere, or something fresh and unique. This is pretty broad, but basically I want a better spot to chill than some ordinary place. It's gotta be fun, or nice, or both. It does not need to be functionally accessible, meaning that I'm not too worried about how difficult it would be to get to the location. It's not the destination, it's the journey after all.
So with all that said, let's get started with some honorable mentions. Let's pick some picnic spots.
I've got two honorable mentions for you today. The first is atop the beautiful clouds above Peach's Castle, home of a castle secret star. This location offers a gorgeous and serene view and would make for a comfy spot to lay out and enjoy the scenery. The second is the castle's rear courtyard. It's immediately cozy and quiet, and the fountain adds to the calm atmosphere. The only reason this otherwise tranquil spot doesn't rank in the top 10 is due to the flock of boos lollygagging around. If only L was real, then maybe he could suck them up for us.
For number 10, I'd like you to join me on a delightful picnic. I'll pack the sandwiches and the chips. You can bring the drinks and desserts, okay? Let's go check it out.
This location initially seems dangerous and far from peaceful. It is a battlefield after all, but unlike this crazed Koopa, please don't panic. We aren't picnicking in the chaotic battlefield, but will instead be relaxing up above the battlefield from the safety of our floating island. This place is great. It's secure, peaceful, has a stellar view, and even comes with its own entertainment options and a power star. I'd take you to this hidden gem anytime. In ninth place is the quiet and calm area outside of Tick-Tock Clock in Peach's Castle. Sure, it's indoors, but I love the peaceful evening vibes that this area exudes. It gives the perfect sleepover feeling, and I think a nice romantic indoor picnic here would be so quaint and cozy. It's absolutely a breathtaking, dreamy indoor location. Moving us into 8th place is one of the most accessible locations in this list. Simply jump into this here painting, walk over here, and hey, it's already taken. Well, crap. Where are we gonna picnic now? I guess we'll just relocate ourselves over here instead, and bam! It's just as good. I mean, it's safe, it's functional, and it has nice vibes. The butterflies are endearing, and there's no need to bring your own picnic blanket since you can just lounge in the flower carpet thing. I guess it's a flower bed? I never really thought about it too hard before. It really does look kind of weird when you think about it. Also, while we're on the topic of flowers, I changed my mind. I'm killing that selfish piranha plant. It's my picnic spot now. 7th ranked is certainly my most radical selection, considering it's in Hazy Maze Cave. Yeah, I'm crazy. For some reason, I've always been fascinated by the underground chasm that Dory inhabits. It's like a cave, I guess maybe a well? I mean, there are holes in the ceiling letting in light, so I'm not exactly sure. There's a little island in the middle, which of course seems perfect for a picnic. Sure, it's dank and kinda gross and a little scary, but the atmosphere, man. The atmosphere. Plus, Dory is so cool. A giant aquatic cave monster to look at while enjoying your lunch? Who wouldn't love that? Speaking of Dory, am I the only one that has a Mandela effect memory as a kid of her eating Mario if he stepped too close to the front of her head? I specifically remember being terrified, watching her gobble Mario up if he stood on her nose, and I might actually be crazy. I swear that's a thing. I used to watch my dad play as a little 2-year-old, and I swear it. I swear.
Anyway, it's a nice cave for a picnic, what can I say? Moving on.
6th place goes to the Tiny Huge Islands Island. No, I did not glitch or stutter. I want to have a picnic on the island's island. It's a neat little spot, and probably one of the least visited locations in the entire game. It's terribly inaccessible since you pretty much have to long jump down to it from the mountainside, but once accessed, it's really quite a pleasant spot to relax. The view is fantastic, with its upfront view of the mountain, the beach, and the lake, and it even comes with its very own log. I mean, come on! You could play games on top of that thing. It's a really nice spot, and honestly, it'd be ranked in the top 3 except, there's a gigantic, ugly cheep creeping around in the water right next to you, ready to gobble you up. This thing still terrifies me to this day. Why is it wearing sunglasses? Why? Why? I have to know. I need to ask it. I can't help myself. I need to know. We're heading to Rainbow Ride for the 5th best picnic spot. Now, with this one, I initially opted for the floating island as my picnic preference. It has a beautiful rainbow that connects end to end all the way around, and it boasts a magnificent view of the course. Unfortunately, a lonely Chuckya stirs up quite a predicament for anyone trying to have a nice time, and so I've instead opted to select the flying ship for the perfect picnic location in this course. Specifically, I'm gonna go with the ship's crow's nest for this one. Its lookout spot has the most glorious view, and the lower areas of the ship are far too breezy to be comfortable. Thankfully, the crow's nest has no wind for some reason. Getting here is a real challenge, but I also think that's part of the allure to this secluded location. Unfortunately, the Lakitu can ascend up and toss spinies at you, but the spinies really aren't too worrisome. In fact, I enjoyed sharing my picnic with one of them. They're pretty dang cute in this game and don't really bother you.
Ranked in 4th place is a peculiar location that is far from pleasant. However, in its own way, it demonstrates a very strange sense of beauty.
On the top of Boo's mansion is Boo's balcony, which is a lovely and atmospheric place to share in a picnic, and especially a highly romantic one. The surrounding darkness lit by real flame torches adds romance and flavor to any steamy night, and the splendid sky filled with stars sets an ambient tone for the picnic. Not everyone would preference this haunting location, but for me, it would be an unforgettable experience. You'll just need to kill King Boo first, which really isn't too difficult if you take him from behind. Oh no, what have I said?
So long, Bowser!
The 3rd best picnic location that I can absolutely recommend comes once again from our hub world, Peach's Castle. In fact, the spot itself is positioned right on top of the castle itself. From here, the view of the castle grounds and surrounding Mushroom Kingdom is serene, and the mostly flat roof allows for comfortable and safe picnicking. The roof also contains a few one-up mushrooms on the house, or, on the castle, I suppose. Yoshi is also known to make a surprise guest appearance from time to time, and I can assure you that any date or social gathering at this venue will result in a great time. Hey, Yoshi, pal, you wanna join me for my picnic, buddy? Yoshi? Yoshi, you have so much to live for. What are you doing? Yoshi, no!
Well, he's dead.
Again, accessibility isn't a factor in this ranking, but I do want to note you will need to collect 120 Power Stars before you can make your way to this third ranked spot, so be sure to at least factor that into your weekend plans. Tall Tall Mountain is one of the most massive and notable vertical areas in the worlds of Mario 64. The mountain's peak has a truly magnificent view, a comfortably flat surface, and a beautiful waterfall nearby that can be viewed on a quick walking excursion. There's only one problem with this fantastic picnic spot, and that's the monkey. So instead of dealing with that lousy monkey, because that guy, we're gonna be extra lazy together and simply walk from the spawn location to the nearest mushroom, jump over to it, and start relaxing. And honestly, the view from here is splendid. Looking out and up at the mountain is maybe even better than being on top of it, and the waterfall is perfectly positioned so that it's not too close and loud, but is still near enough to provide a lovely backdrop. All in all, this little mushroom is a great picnic location and ranked number 2. Or if you really want that peak picnic, you could just kill the monkey. Any last words, you ugly guy? Look at him squirm, what a loser! See you, little fella.
Look, am I a bad person for this? Yes, and I'm okay with that.
And as we finally reach the number 1 picnic spot, we're once again back at Peach's Castle. It truly is a remarkable hub that contains dozens of notable rooms inside and a magnificent ambience on the castle grounds. We've taken a look at the roof, the clock room, and the rear courtyard, but for our final picnic location, we'll be spending our time outside in front of the castle. There's so much to do out here aside from just picnicking. The trail allows for some lovely nature walks, the trees are easily climbable, the birds are enchanting, and the pond is perfect for a mid-afternoon dip. After enjoying the many beauties of the castle grounds, you finally walk up to the waterfall and lay out your picnic blanket and dive into the mushroom sandwiches you packed for you and your companion. Throughout the picnic, you hear the soothing rush of the waterfall's impact on the moat below, and its calming presence adds incredible atmosphere and tone to your perfect picnic. The vibrant view, calming atmosphere, and radiant castle all combine to create a truly unforgettable afternoon. Well, until you remember Yoshi killed himself here, by launching himself into the waterfall and likely drowning soon after, a very miserable death with nobody around to help him.
So, yeah. Enjoy the picnic, I guess.
So that's my list. If you could visit the world of Mario 64, where would you most like to enjoy a nice picnic? What would you pack for lunch?
And who would you take on your perfect picnic? Please say me. I want to go. I mean, I kind of made this whole video as a way to convince some of my subscribers and viewers here to bring me on a picnic with them, because the weather's kind of nice and it'd be fun to do something like that, But yeah, no, I understand. I'm actually busy next week playing Mario Party, so I can't go. I can't. Thank you though. Thank you. I'm gonna go now. Anyway, let me know in the comments what would be your favorite picnic spots in Super Mario 64. Make sure to subscribe for more Joe Pro, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.